Hey guys, it's Kat and I am back today to do an update for my hashtag team Project Pan 2020 Project Pan series. If you're not familiar with this series, it is a full face rolling project pan, which is essentially I pick an item from sort of each step of my makeup routine, some skincare, some body products, and I try to use up as many as possible. And when I do use something up, I sort of bring something new into the project, so I'm always making progress. Now, this is the November update. I'm going to conclude this, I believe, in January. So I've only got really 2 months to go, maybe a little bit less, to make as much progress on these products as possible. But luckily this month I have used up a few things. So in Melbourne, we have sort of come out of lockdown. This is our 8th day of 0 cases of COVID, 0 deaths. So I have been going out more, seeing people, catching up with people, and wearing a bit more makeup. So I have been seeing some more progress than previous months, which is really great to see. So hopefully I'll get most of these done by the end of the year. What I'm going to do is start with the products that I've used up and tell you what I'm rolling in, and then just go through all the products. Let's do it. All right, there were 2 products that I really wanted to finish before doing this update, and I have just finished them. So now I can do the update, yay. The first one is my finishing spray. This is from Uemura, and you can see the sort of progress as I introduced it. So I was making about that much progress a month, but then in the last couple of months, I've really been sort of overusing it. I don't know why, but I have. Or I've been remembering to use it a lot more than I previously did. So I managed to finish that up in the last month, which is fantastic. So taking that out, it's going in my empties basket. And then the product that I'm replacing that with is this one here. So it's by BioEffect, and it's the OSA water mist. So the reason I decided to target this is just simply because I don't have too much to go. So you can see in the tube that there's not much left. I will probably have to weigh this because I can't see through the packaging to see where it's up to. I should finish this by next month, or at the very latest the end of this project, which is what I'm sort of targeting at the moment. I'm trying to introduce things that I can foresee myself using in the next 2 months. Otherwise I'll just hold off and introduce them in next year's project pan. But yeah, I think I can get this one done. The other thing I wanted to use up was my YSL stick foundation, and I did use it up. So that is done there. So I'll have a photo on the screen of where I was up to last month. There really wasn't much to use. So this was a really easy one to use up because since I do have a bit of redness and sort of uneven skin tone, even if I'm going just to the shops and I'm not wearing much makeup, I like to put a bit of brow product in my brows and a tiny bit of product on my face just to counteract any redness. So I wear a mask when I leave the house, but you know, just a little bit on the forehead, a little bit under the eyes, on the nose, and you sort of blend it out and good to go. So that was really easy to use up. Now I won't be introducing a new foundation because I still have 3 in my project pan. So I'm gonna focus on those to use up over the next 2 months. So I'm not introducing any new one. Then I used up my face powder. Now I only introduced this a couple of months ago in my project pan. I use a lot of powder because I've got oily skin. So I have to really set down my foundation. Otherwise it sort of slips around on my skin. So setting is imperative in my makeup routine. So I use this up really fast. Now I'll have a photo on the screen where I was up to last month. It was just the ring. I was going to repress this, but I didn't even need to. So what I tend to do is, so like if I get the base of a brush, I just sort of run it around the ring, lifts up a bit of the product, and I use it sort of as a loose powder. So that's what I did until the very end, and that is done. Now, because I do use powders so frequently, I am going to introduce one, and I'm sure I can use it up by the end of this project. And guess what it's going to be? Another one of these, because I introduced this as a brand new powder, and I totally forgot that I had this one in the back of a drawer. So I do have another Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in transparent. I've already hit pan on it, but I reckon I'll easily finish this up in the next month or 2, probably 2 months. So yeah, again, sort of introducing things that I can see myself use in 2 months time. So taking one out, putting one back in. Now the last thing that I finished up, and it's technically not 100% finished, but it's good enough, is my mascara from Nabla. This is the Major Pleasure Mascara. It does have a little bit left in it, but it is not applying as well as it used to. So it's a little bit dry, doesn't give you the effect that I want, and it's been open for a very long time, probably 6 months. So I feel like this, I've had it in the project long enough and it's just not performing as well as I'd want it to. So even though there's a little bit left, I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it. Now the mascara that I'm introducing is just one that I've had open in my collection. So again, it's one that I just would like to use up before it goes off. This is the MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara. Now, what I like about this is that it's a very, very like small wand. So it's quite, the brush is quite small. So you can really get into the base. You can put a small amount on for a very natural look, or you can build it up for a more sort of lengthening, slightly volumizing look. So it sort of gives you a bit of versatility, and the small brush is really good for the lower lashes as well. So I'm wearing that today with no like false lashes, and I'm just happy to use this until it's dead. So those are the products that I've used up. Now let's get on to the products that I've made progress on. It's most of the things, because last check-in, it was a refresh and I got rid of, or I moved out products that I wasn't seeing any progress on. So let's talk progress. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is my lip oil. This is the Clarins lip oil in Raspberry. So last time I checked in, it was up to that sort of light white line, and you can see that I have used quite a bit. I might zoom in a second to show you. I'm not forcing this too much because I really do enjoy it. So I'm not trying to use it up for the sake of using it up. I'm just using it organically, and I am, making progress because this is a really nice product to put under masks. It's not too sticky, it's not too tacky, so it nourishes the lips, but it doesn't sort of feel icky under a mask, if that makes sense. It's also nice as a like night treatment. So I'm using this just slowly, and I'm cool with that. I'll see if I can use it in the next couple of months. I might be able to, but doesn't matter if I don't. I'm getting good use out of it. I'll zoom in and show you this, and while I'm zoomed in, I'll show you some more pan products. All right, so the progress isn't great, but there is some progress there. While we're zoomed in, this is my eyeshadows. This is the Illamasqua eyeshadow in Justify. So last month, I'll have a photo on the screen. I was sort of moving the pan to the side. I've hit the side now, and I'm sort of moving up to the corner. So I won't finish this in the next 2 months, but I should be able to get the pan quite large, which will be good. All right, Super Shock Shadow from Colourpop. You can see that I am making more progress. Last month, it was just the circle in the middle, and now I'm sort of moving to the side. Now this is drying out, so I am finding that as I use it, it sort of crumbles a little bit and it does flake away. So I'm still using the product, but it's not sort of removing from the pan as easily as it used to. It's just sort of taking out little chunks. I am actually wearing this and the last eyeshadow on my eyes today, so it is a really pretty color. I do enjoy using it. All right, more pan action. So my bronzer from Jouer. So I was focusing on this shade because it is a lighter shade. It suits me more in winter. We're now in spring, so I'll probably be shifting over to this shade very soon, but I'm trying to use this as much as possible while I can because it doesn't really show up for me in summer. I'm not sure how much pan I had last time or if it's grown too much. I'll have a photo in the corner, but hopefully there is some, I don't know, pan increasing. I have been using this quite a lot, so there's that. All right, onto my gel liner. You can see that I am making some progress. So I did hit pan in the middle of this ages ago, but I'm working up the side and then sort of working away the product from there. I've used up a little bit from last time. Hopefully there'll be a photo on the screen of where I was up to last time. I've been using pencil liners a bit more than gel this month. All right, the thing that everyone has probably been waiting for is my Tarte blush palette, and I have made some progress. So we'll start with the top, shall we? All right, so last time I had used up this highlighter. I had a ring of this blush around, which I've now used. I use this in the same way as the powder. So I sort of around the end of a brush around the side just to pick up some loose product, and then I'd pick that up with my blush brush, apply it, and just keep doing that each time. I don't know if I've made much progress on this one, but I'm sort of targeting this one now. I'm wearing this one today. And then moving down to the bottom, you'll see that I've made more progress on this as well. So I am also sort of targeting this one to use. It's more of a rosy nude shade. So I prefer orangey shades, but this one is quite nice. So my goal for this palette for next month is to use this up entirely and to make some good progress on this. And then in the last month of the project pan, I'd like to have this done. So those two are my focus. As long as I get the 5 pans completed, I'm going to say that it's a success. I'm not really into these colors too much, so I might just get rid of this after I've finished those 5 pans. The only other pan product I have to show you, which I'm not going to show you close up because there's not much to see, is the highlighter from Kevyn Aucoin. I'm wearing it today. It's a really beautiful shade. You can see it gives a beautiful sort of wet look to the skin, like a dewy sort of effect. it's a huge product. I have not seen any indent happening. I do use sort of sometimes this section, sometimes the middle section. So it's a large surface. I'm not really targeting one spot to dig in. So there's no visible progress, but I am still using it. The last thing I can give some sort of visible progress on is this foundation. I really want this done by the end of the year. I just don't need this in my collection. The color's not right for me. I do have another shade. It's a very full coverage. I mix this with a BB cream just to sort of neutralize it and take down some of the full coverage element of it. The way I sort of see where I'm up to is I sort of take this off, I scrape down the back of it so I can see through, and then I'll just let it settle and see where it's coming up to. Now it is a little bit below that last mark, so I have been working at this for a long time, but I am finding it hard to pump. So I feel like I'm getting quite like right down to the bottom, and hopefully I can get this done by the end of next month. I'm not sure if I can because I only use a small amount of this each time I use it because it is high coverage and I like to mix it. But I am wearing makeup a little bit more now, so I can probably use this maybe 3 to 4 times a week to start seeing a lot more progress. I really want this done. All right, pencil products, and then we're gonna go on to the things I need to weigh. My Laura Mercier Caviar stick, I really do enjoy this. I use this as a base. I use this just as a quick color on the eye. It's a matte sort of nude mauvey color. I will have a comparison on the screen of where it was up to last month versus this month. I'm not sure the progress. I haven't looked at that photo yet, so you'll know more than I do. But I love using this just as a quick look. And I'm not, again, trying to force using this too much because I really do enjoy the product. So if it lasts until next year, that's fine by me. I'll just keep using it and enjoying it. I've been using my Pixi liner quite a bit. So this is the shade MatteMulberry. I'm wearing it today, so just a little bit of a wing and on my waterline. I will have a comparison photo on the screen because it's sort of hard to compare at the moment, but hopefully I've made some good progress. I know I have sharpened this a couple of times, so there we go. Brow pencil. I'm trying to get through as many brow products as possible. I was going to get my brows tattooed in September, but we went into lockdown and now it's going to be in March. So I want to use as many brow pencils as I can until then. I will probably still use brow products occasionally. So if I want my brows a little bit bolder, but just on a day-to-day, I don't really want to have to do my brows because that's a step that I feel like I always need to do before I leave my house because my brows are so sparse and horrible. So even if I'm just going to the shops, I'll chuck a little bit of brow product in. So hopefully getting them tattooed, I won't need to do that, but I do still want to use up the majority of my brow products if I can before I get my brows tattooed so they're not really sitting there going to waste. So my Nabla brow pencil in the shade Jupiter, I'm wearing this today, so it's just a micro pencil. It is quite dark for me, so I have to sort of go with a light hand, but I'll put a photo on the screen where the comparison's up to. There's no point in winding it out and showing you when you can see it on the screen. All right, time to weigh things. I've got my primer. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. This is pretty small. I thought I was going to use it really quickly, but I didn't. So hopefully, look, I'm sure I'll get this done by the end of the project, but I don't think I'll get it done so quickly that I'll be able to introduce a new product, if that makes sense. So we'll see what this is up to. So that was at 28.67 grams, and now it's at 26.43-ish grams. So yeah, a couple of grams gone, which is good. This is only a 15 mil tube. So yeah, I should get it done. Oh, my Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I don't have much to go. I'm not loving this. It works a lot better on me in winter when my skin is a little bit drier. When it's getting a little bit oilier, this just doesn't really sit very well. So I want it done ASAP. I can see through the packaging, so I only really have a bit down the bottom to go, but we'll weigh it and see how we go. All right, that's actually pretty good. So it was at 46.35 grams and now it's at 39.48 grams. So I've been smashing this. Again, the fact that I've been increasing my daily wear, like my daily usage of makeup, has really helped this because yeah, I use a couple pumps of this and then another product to mix with it. But yeah, I want this done ASAP. Because I've been making most progress on the BB cream and also the stick foundation, I have sort of neglected my powder foundation. This is the BareMinerals Blemish Remedy powder foundation, but we'll weigh it. Yeah, I've barely used that. It was at 67.84 grams and now it's at 67.71. So a fraction of a gram I've used up. So that one I think I've used once or twice. Another thing I really want out of my collection, because I don't love this, I feel it a little bit tacky. I much prefer the lip oil. This is my Bite French press lip gloss in salted caramel. All right, it was at 28.25 grams and now it's at 27.73-ish grams. So about half a gram, which is not much. Last thing is my body butter. So this is the Soap & Glory No Woman No Dry. I really want to use this because I don't like the scent. It just lingers and it's a bit funky. All right, I think that was at 293 grams. I'll have the number on the screen. I've actually put an extra number in here, so I don't know what's the extra number. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, it was at 200 and something grams. It's now at 162.09 grams. So I have been using a lot, but if you have a look, look, I've probably got about a third to go. So I think each month I've been using a third, which is good. I don't enjoy it, so it's hard to use, but I will be dedicated to the cause to get this done by next month because I don't want it around. Last month I mentioned that I took out fragrances because I wasn't sure which fragrance I wanted to target. Since then I have been looking through my stash and I found a few minis that I'm happy to target. So I've got about 4. The first one I want to target, and hopefully I'll get this done by the end of the project, and then I might introduce the other minis next year. This is a DKNY, oh God, what is it called? It's called Be Tempted, and it's a 7ml little travel size. Now these are really great for handbags, but because I'm not going anywhere, I may as well use them as a daily fragrance. I do have 2 more of these sort of DKNY ones, but this is my least favorite, so I'm targeting this first, and we'll see how we go with this one. So it is almost full. I've used it a few times, so it's pretty much up to the top. If you hold it to the side, it comes up to there. So I might actually mark it like that and just see how it goes down because I don't want to have to weigh this. I much prefer to see visual progress. It just motivates me more. So I'm introducing this. Then when it comes to skincare, I'm happy to say that I used up all my samples that I introduced. So I had some shampoo, conditioner, all these sort of like moisturizer serum type products. The hardest thing to use up was this glycolic and lactic acid mask from Ultraderm. It did work, like when you put it on, it did give you a tingle, but I keep forgetting to use masks. So what I did was over about, I think 3 or 4 applications, I would remove my makeup, put this on for a few minutes and then jump in the shower. So that was like my before shower sort of mask. But these were much easier to use up. I also used up this Amore Pacific Vintage Single Extract Essence. I'm not usually an essence person, but I actually quite enjoyed using this, so that's good. There we go. But all of those are done, and I really enjoy getting through my samples because I did clean out my sort of bathroom a few months, maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and I found a whole stash of samples. So because I find these so rewarding to do, and I find that I'm making really good progress on the samples I'm introducing, I'm actually going to introduce probably even more than I did last month. So I am going to introduce some sachets and some sheet masks, but I've also got some like minis to introduce. Now those might actually take the next couple of months to use up, but we'll see how we go. So when it comes to sachets, we've got the Antipodes Manuka Honey Skin Brightening Eye Cream. Look, this is a 3ml sample. I don't use eye cream much, so we'll see how we go with this, but I'll probably use it on my face if I don't like using it that way. I've got the Prep and Glow dual-sided cloth from New Face. I had one of these in my project a while ago. This is just a one, application, so it's easy to use. Last month I had these in my project pan, so I know that pretty much, I think the shampoo, it was at least a good like 6 uses. It's pretty hefty. It's 52 mils. I used it over weeks and weeks, and I only just used the conditioner up. So I know I definitely can get these done next month, which is good, but these are by Sacha Pure. We've got the healing shampoo and the restorative conditioning mask. I particularly really like this mask, so I'm glad I can use these. I've got 2 sheet masks that I'm going to target. Realistically, look, I can probably use up more, but I thought 2's a good amount. This is from Pure Derm. It's an aloe collagen mask. Then from this brand, I think it's Sue. It's a Nature Collagen Essence Mask Aloe. So I'm going to try to focus on, oh, they're both aloe ones. There you go. Go figure. Now, if that wasn't hard enough, I'm introducing all of these. So this is the V10 Plus Vitamin C Serum. I've only got about half of this left, so it should be pretty easy to use. I've got the Origins Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. I don't really use masks, as I just stated before, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Probably will take me a couple months to use this up. It's 15 mils. Another mask, because why not? This is the Rose Face Mask from Fresh. So this is more of a hydrating type face mask. So the other one was a clay one. This one is like this jelly with bits of rose in it. It's another 15 mil mask, so I'm sure there'll be quite a few applications. I've got a Mario Badescu Botanical Exfoliating Scrub, so good, a scrub. Now this next serum, this is from Napoleon Purtis, and it's the Napoleon Complex Snail Serum. I've never actually used this, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's only half filled. And I've just literally taken it out of the box this morning. So this will be easy to use because there's only half the product in there. But it also makes me like question, what are they doing with their products? Like, why is it half empty? Why is it half empty? Did it evaporate? I don't know. I have had this in my like bathroom for a while, probably a year. But it's not even expired yet. It expires in 2 years' time. So I don't know why it's half empty, but I'm going to use it up and get rid of it. And the last thing, I've actually got 2 of these. So if I can get through them pretty quickly, I will try to use them both. This is the Trilogy Vitamin C Moisturizing Lotion. So it's got vitamin C, rose hip, and daisy. So there you go, it's 20 mils, and I'll use this as my day moisturizer. So we'll see how we go with that one. All right, so that's the progress on my Project Pan. Like I said, I've got 2 months to go, so we'll see how much progress I can make. I think, look, Pan products, so I reckon I can get the blush palette done by the end of the year. I reckon I can get some of the base products done, some body products. When it comes to eyeshadows, probably not. When it comes to lip products, probably not. But look, if I can get most of these done, I'll be very happy. Now, when I do film my final video of this, which will be in January, I will give a recap of all the products that I used up. So I won't list them all out, but I'll be like, I used up 3 foundations and 2 primers. Like, I'll sort of go through all the products and we can see like the progress that I've made. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that, and good luck if you're doing a Project Pan. We're in the home stretch. Let's see how much progress we can get done in the next couple of months. And yeah, hope everyone's keeping well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.